Hey, what's happening, everyone? Just going to show you another training video. In this video, it's just a whole lot of bench. 7 sets of 3 at 285 pounds, about 130 kilos. Now, it's not a whole lot of weight. It's not a sexy weight, and it's not a crap ton of crazy bodybuilder type volume. So in the spectrum of impressive, either in terms of tonnage or intensity, it's not there. It's not impressive at all. However, I would say in the spectrum of technique and consistency of performance, it's very impressive. And that's something that you need to focus on sometimes as a lifter if you want to get better at your sport. Sometimes having your head wrapped around that 1 rep max, maybe even that 2 or 3 rep max, have your head trapped inside that number is going to get you nowhere. It's where a lot of guys find themselves in that plateau for quite a long time. And you ladies too, I'm not going to leave the ladies out. Not my style. So fellas, ladies, you find yourself stuck in a plateau, something that might help you, something that has certainly helped me, is taking a step away from those heavy weights from time to time, focusing on accumulating volume at some moderately heavy weights, some weights that you got to think about to refine that technique, not deloading down to the bar and moving it all willy-nilly. And Alex Viada, Viagra, whatever his name is, super smart guy, very impressive athlete. He had an excellent status update on his Facebook today. He said, enough with deloading down to the bar. If you want to practice your technique, you got to do it under some respectable weight, a weight that matters, a weight that makes you think. And I paraphrased the shit out of him, but that's more or less what he said. And you know what? I 100% agree with him. And I'll link his website, his YouTube, whatever else he's got. I'll put it down in the doobly-doo, aka the description box. And you guys can read all about that dude and what he does. He's way more famous than me, so chances are you already know who he is. But if you don't, he's awesome. Now, back to what I was talking about. Practicing your technique. Getting consistent. I've got a whole day dedicated to this kind of stuff. Moderate intensity, moderate volume, practicing that technique, dialing in my form, trying to improve that technique threshold, that barrier at which the weight becomes so heavy that your technique breaks down. And the goal is to raise that barrier. So if I can get 5, 6, 8, 10 reps with impeccable technique at something around 65 to 85% of my training max, that's good for me. What that is that's a quantitatively measurable performance of a quality that's quantitatively measuring how good you are at something. And how good you are at something is sort of hard to measure sometimes, especially when it comes to lifting, because there's no one right way to lift. There's no one right way to train. But if you can complete a ton of reps very well at a pretty reasonable and pretty impressive intensity for yourself, then you know you're getting better. So if you're stuck in a plateau, you can't make progress, step away from those heavy weights for a little bit. Get really stinking good at those moderate weights and you'll get stronger. I guarantee it. Thanks for watching.